Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, so as you can see, we done moved location, y'all. We're going to utilize a different part of this house every single time I do a video. Okay, so first of all, I'm in my bathroom because I finally finished this wall. Look at this. I finally finished this bathroom, guys. I finally finished this wall. And this wall has been in process for about 3 months. This is what happens when you have ADHD and you start 20 different projects at the same time. Okay, at the same time. Would not recommend. Take your meds. That will be another segment that I do, is let's normalize taking our medications. Okay, if you know you have ADHD, go ahead and take your little medication. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, if you have depression, anxiety, take your meds. Take your meds. Please do the world a favor and take your meds. Okay, but yeah, so tonight I just came back from an event, and it was Taylor's event, celebration of making partner with Webster Law, which is, I've heard the name before, but I did not know that it was an all-female group, a law firm. I think they got some guys in there too, but mostly females. And that was really exciting, and seeing it and being a part of it and seeing all the other lawyers that I've seen before as well too. But I had such a good time. It was really nice. Everybody was so nice and the party was partying. Listen, I will say this very quickly before I go to bed, because let me tell you, go ahead and get your will done. Go ahead and get your probate. If you have property, if you have kids, no matter how old you are, go ahead and get those things done. Coming from somebody who's never died before without a probate, but I will tell you this, please, go get your probate done. Go get your affairs in orders. Get your life insurance. Get you the policies you need to take, because having to take care of my mom and her not having insurance and not having those things, it was a lot of work. I had to figure all of that stuff out by myself. Luckily, I had to ask some of the people at the hospital, and they were able to give me some pointers and let me know not to put my name on things and X, Y, and Z. But please, if you have children, if there are minors, get your affairs in order. Lucky for me, I was already an adult. I was grown. I had my own funds, and I was able to take care of certain things. Don't do that to your kids. And one of my friends invited me to it, and I was so excited. I was like, I don't know Taylor, but I'm gonna go support. Listen, I love all things black. Anywhere I can support the girlies, a sister, I'm there, honey. I'm there. I was in there like, so and they're like swimwear supporting Taylor, baby. I was like, what? Listen, you would have thought I knew Taylor. You would have thought Taylor and I were actual friends. The way I was cheering for Taylor, okay? I was so proud. I was like, you know what? And then while I was in there dancing, you know what was funny? While I was in there dancing, I was like, wait, she does what? I need one of those. I was literally asking my financial advisor. I've asked them several times to give me a name for someone who does probate, trusts and wills and all of those things. Like, I have a little will that I did by myself, but I want something that covers my homes and investment properties and all of those things, like what happens afterwards. And then it dawned on me while I was at the party. I was like, da, 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 da. And then luckily her husband kept getting on the mic and talk about what his wife does. And I was like, now see, that's a happy husband right there. I'm like, yes, go ahead, Taylor's husband. And then he starts talking about how if you need her, go ahead and call. You know, she does probate and this and that. Now Taylor just made partner with Webster Law, and apparently it's an all-female law firm, which I love. I was like, okay, girlies. So then while he was talking, I was like, wait, hold on. I need that. I was like, I get his card. I need to get his wife's card, so that way I can actually put it on my fridge to remember to call. Well, anyway, I didn't get around to getting the card, and I forgot to keep asking her for a number, but I did get a picture with her. So now I'll just go on the website and get it done from there. So guys, if you guys need a lawyer, if you guys need someone to help you with probate and all of those things, get your will done before you die, please. It's a lot of hassle dying without a will, okay? And that's all I have. As you can see, Zeus is ready for bed. Zeus is ready for bed. He's ready for bed. He's always ready for bed. Him and Zion. Okay, so I'm glad that I got to say that. I'm always playing with my hair. I'm always doing something to it. But okay, so now that we covered that part, the next topic that I'm going to record, so I'm going to record tomorrow. The next topic that I'm going to talk about is going to be the cost of silence. So pretty much, you know, growing up in a Caribbean household, my parents never wanted to have the conversation of getting life insurance or getting any type of coverage or protection or anything like that. I remember I asked my dad one time if he had life insurance. That man said, "Oh, what about Putia? What about Putia?" I said, "No, I'm just asking if you have life insurance in case you do die. Who's going to bury you?" Because I don't want to use my personal funds to do it. So I want to make sure while you're alive spending your money, that you securing your own funeral expenses and you covering that, so that way I don't have to worry about it, sir. Like, how is that a rude question to ask? Everything was always a rude question. I was always a rude child for asking to me things that were like logical. I'm just like, Daddy, do you have life insurance in case something were to happen to you? And he'd be like, "Oh, you trying to kill me? Hey, yes, I knew that." And I would just be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Everybody getting cremated. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, honey. I was like, well, do you want to be buried or do you want to be cremated? Oh, mais, no, nobody's trying to kill you. I'm trying to figure out if you were to drop dead, what are we going to do? What's the plan? Because you might feel young, but you're not a spring chicken. But you know, so it was always hard having those conversations. So then when my mama did drop dead, and I had to be like, "Ma," before she died. This was me and my mama. We're so similar. Once she had that brain tumor removed, I realized how similar we were. I was like, "Mom, do you want to be cremated or you want to be buried?" She was like, "Well, which one is cheaper?" I was like, "That's my girl." I was like, "Cremation is cheaper." I was like, "I could cover that." I was like, because if we do a funeral and we have to do the burial, it's like $15,000. We're looking at $18,000. Okay, that's with the casket included and all of that. And that's without the funeral expenses that we gotta have for the service and the food and all of that. So she was like, "Yeah, no, don't do all of that." She was like, "Don't even do a funeral." She was like, "Just cremate me and that's it." And I was just like, "Say less, girl." Thank you. All right, besties, see you in the next video. I don't want to make this video too long, so I will see you in the next video. Bye. And remember, if no one tells you this, I love you.